Yeah, we have played a lot of Stitching Girl. Let's play some Melting Remnant. Rector Flicker. And then we reform. We could do like trying to reform whelps. I'm not sure if that's actually any useful. Primordium with equipment. Yeah. Primordium with equipment. Yeah. I could see that. That's pretty cool. Melting Remnant with mushrooms? We already did that. Melting Remnant with dragons? Just full greed mode. Both of the greedy factions. But I won't actually go for the bloated whelps because I don't want my unit reform pool to be that diluted. Although, I could also just go Pyre of Dominion and immediately draft 4 packs and double each card picked. So instead of gaining my starting cards and my Train Steward, I'm instead gonna draft my starting deck, and that could be fun. We still get our random starting cards though. Wicklash, Alchemy and Greed Dragon. Alchemy and Greed Dragon is an interesting combination. Okay, let's see. We do have Votivary. I don't dislike Votivary. Votivary could also be a pretty easy endless infinite combo. Potentially. Does Memento Mori deal damage to the front enemy units equal to 10 times the number of friendly unit deaths this battle? We don't currently have any units that are expendable. Votivary could solve that. Let's grab some Votivaries. We have a bunch of whelps. Moneymaker, gain 5 gold for each Dragon Horde, or apply Avarice 2 to friendly units. Oh. Wealthy Whelp could play into a strategy where we keep our Dragon's Horde around to boost Greed Dragon, and instead of making money off paying out the Dragon's Horde, we make money off of using this ability. We get the unit, or a double banner unit. Wickless Baron or Paraffin Thug. I feel like Paraffin Thug is pushing a bit too far with the whole money making things. I'm gonna grab a Wickless Baron. That one is usually a very good boss killer. And then we have Misers or Guildmongers. Guildmongers do have an extinguish trigger. And do we have it unlocked yet? I would assume not. No, I don't think we unlocked the extinguish interaction with Why would you want to remove Drax though? Drax are super useful. I mean, they're decently useful. Of course you'd rather have drafts, but Drax are one of the most powerful starting card, I think. Let's grab Guildmonger anyway. We can potentially reform those and... This is not your typical Not your typical Melting Remnant deck. I mean, yes you can, but like... The playstyle of... I mean, ideally you want drafts instead. Sure, drafts are just straight up better than Drex. But you want the expendable units to recycle them. It's a very strong strategy in my opinion. Not super easy to play, but I've played it a lot in Monster Train 1 and... Yeah, let's get Prismatic Dragon Scale. I mean... The problem with Harvest is we don't have that much to harvest from. We have the Votivaries, we can do like... Rector Flicker... No, Rector... Like Rector Flicker Harvest just seems so much worse than Wickless Baron. Yes, it's gonna grow a lot bigger by the time we fully upgrade Rector Flicker, but I'd rather have the Reform. Even though we don't have Drex in our deck. We can still reform Guildmongers. And that could be a decent amount of value. Draw one less, yes, I like that. Let's see. We don't play Greed Dragon right now. This is a bit weird. I'm just thinking about how I maximize my Guildmonger value. And it's not that easy actually. Because they're not gonna die before the boss. So I think our bottom floor is double Guildmonger. And then our top floor is Rector Flicker. It doesn't quite work out, does it? Basically I need Wicklashes to kill them off. Not taking pyre damage is more important than playing the alchemy. This is gonna be a bit of a weird start. No way to get to the collector either. A very weird start. Okay, one of them is gonna die. We don't have the capacity to replay them though. This is rough. And yeah, the issue is we won't be reforming those immediately, so now the boss is gonna come in and then we won't have room to play them. We do now at least have some Dragon Soul, so we can start making some money. We need to keep Rector Flicker alive. No, we don't. I need more capacity for this strategy. Wait, what was I thinking? Reactor Flicker burns out before he reforms units. I mean, luckily everything works out alright. We do get our extra Dragon Sword here, but that was a mess. That fight was a real mess. Why would I do that? Ugh, I'm a bit confused. This deck is making my brain hurt. Not actually, but like... Yeah, we basically need capacity. That's what we're missing right now. Molten Encasement could be good. Hollow drippings, not what we need right now. I'll grab a Molten Encasement even though it comes with a calcified ember. Golden Touch, I do like Golden Touch and it's a way to kill our own unit, but it's again the calcified ember one. Don't think I can take another calcified ember. And actually I'm gonna crack this. I do want the minor, yes. Yes! That's what I was looking for. So we can hold extra, we can increase our Dragon's Hold even more. Okay, we need unit upgrades pretty badly. And I don't mind seeing, well, I do kind of mind seeing these two. We don't really... Maybe I should have grabbed the Paraffin Thug, but... Oh yes, yes. Do we put that on Molten? Yeah, we put that on Molten Encasement. Make Greed Dragon tiny? That's probably good. And then I guess we slap a couple attack points onto one of the Barons, I think. I'm gonna keep my money, I'm not actually gonna use that quick. Although I could preemptively put that on Greed Dragon. It wouldn't be good yet, but it will be likely pretty good later. We do have another Merchant of Steel coming up. I'm gonna hold my money. We're facing off against the Spikes guy. The Pyre Dampener is annoying. But I do want the extra money. Although maybe the Pyre Damper means we get less Dragon's Hold, and so we're not actually gonna benefit from that. I will deploy in a similar way. Well, we can't get the second Wickless Baron out yet. Maybe the Prismatic Dragon Scale is a trap. But so far it's been very helpful. Right now it just looks like we're just not gonna get there. Not taking any damage, I mean. Yep, we have to take damage now. There is no way around it. Because either we play the Greed Dragon and Votivary and clear this top floor, or we play the Vengeful Shard. Obviously it's the Vengeful Shard that we keep in hand. Yeah, this deck needs some help. I need a way to sweep backliners. That's pretty much what I need. We can clear out that floor. You will actually burn out. We could get a bunch of damage out of you by whicklashing you. But even better, I think, is whicklashing you so that we actually get another harvest trigger there. Giving us some extra stats. Now unfortunately this Guildmonger can't get played anywhere because I don't have the capacity for it. Can't even play the Wealthy Whelp. Can we change this outcome? I mean, we have two things we can do. We definitely play the Vengeful Shard, and then we either play the Votivary or the Wealthy Whelp here on the top floor. Neither of which is gonna give us enough damage to kill Legion. Is that true? Right now, our dragon is gonna get hit for 7 damage. Then attacks, takes 5, that's 12 damage. Then is getting hit for 7 damage again. Then attacks and dies. That's how the dragon dies. If we prevent 5 damage, then the dragon lives. Not enough for another attack, but enough to block another attack, which would give Rector Flicker another turn. Takes 7 attacks, takes 7 attacks, then they kill Rector Flicker. So it doesn't matter which unit we place here, so we might as well place the one that gives extra damage. Gives extra... Yeah, we get one more attack from Rector Flicker. We're still gonna take 12 pile damage, but we've already lost our Prismatic Dragon Scale, so doesn't super matter. We're definitely not cracking our Horde this time, yes. That is a draft. Pyre Cask. Or Lava Armor. Lava Armor is very solid on tanky units. Definitely helps us deal with bosses. Doesn't quite deal with backliners. Fire Casks only helps us deal with bosses if we get it at the right time. I don't want even more of those. Let's save that. And then more unit upgrades. We now have a draft as well, and we still have a lot of units we want to upgrade. Miser and Magma Cultist. Not really what we need right now. Magma Cultist can be alright, but it's also expensive. Makes our setup a bit harder, and we already have trouble with capacity and Ember. So... well, we can slap a Titanite on the Great Dragon. Is that better than a Large Stone? If we just want it as a tank, then definitely. We just want the extra damage on the draft. Let's grab Burnout on a Votivary. I could re-roll, but it's only a 50-50 that I'm gonna be able to afford one of the upgrades here. The big ones. The Penitent Suit. An elegant name for a torture device the winged inflict on their own. Thanks to the banished, they've been reclaimed. And now, instead of punishment, the suits have been reforged to empower those who can endure their trial. When penance is paid, absolution awaits. Which form of penance will you impose on your units? Well, it's asceticism. And it's asceticism on the Burnout Votivary. It could also go on the draft, but on the draft I'd rather have more damage or an additional multi-strike. So yeah. Does that change anything? I do now have a lot more access to Ember generation. So alchemy and playing out the calcified embers has become a lot more accessible. We can get more unit upgrades later if we want. I'm gonna save my cash. Let's grab our Titan Essence from Archeon. We're a lot more flexible here because Archeon can actually kill these guildmongers, so the bottom floor could be Wickless Baron, Greed Dragon, and then we leave slots open for the Votivaries and Draft. I like this setup. Wrong Votivary, but it might still draw us into the correct Votivary. And it is a harvest trigger. I could play out the Calcified Ember, but I'd rather place down 2 Wealthy Whelps and start farming money. I could clear this floor with a draft, but I don't have to. Could place the draft in the front, get it killed. But I also don't have to do that. I will place the draft on the top. And now we'll reform the draft immediately, and it's ready to be used again. Hoping to draw the correct Votivary soon. Let's not take fire damage yet. You can protect both whelps. You will die to the Savage Spearman. So I think we slam the extra attack on the draft. And the same thing you do with the draft here is something you can also do with Drex, which is why they're valuable. Of course, on Drex it's not going to be just as effective, but it's still pretty good. We do have the good Votivary now. Let's see, we definitely put Lava Armor on you. We do want extra damage. Likely from draft. Let's grab our money. I'm gonna put the Guildmonger up here. The rest of the floor will get cleared out by the top liners. Let's farm our harvest triggers here. And place down a draft. And you can protect Rector Flicker. Don't think I need to play the other Votivary. New record for harvest triggers, nice! That is a fun thing to do. Okay. It's time to get some cool progress beyond this run by we're at 4, we're probably gonna gain a 5th. Oh, we might not. I could with Whiplash, but I think I will keep the Calcified Ember in there for just a little bit longer and use the Alchemy instead. Oh, this is definitely gonna give us one more Dragon's Horde, and then we are at max with the Dragon Scale. We do generate a good chunk of Dragon's Horde pretty reliably, so... This one is not gonna die anymore. I mean, it doesn't matter, we will... we have our Prismatic Dragon Scale. And we got our win on the bottom floor. So next turn I just want to play out the Calcified Ember and that's it. Guess I could place down a Wickless Baron just in case. Might as well. In case we get to use these whelps once more. We can get some... just a tiny bit of extra money. But I don't think we're gonna get there. Yeah. Figures. Oh, come on, why do you give me the... Wait, yeah, of course, I do have the Votivary. I was like, why do you give me the Vengeful Shot now? But it doesn't matter. We're good. We're getting our Horde maxed out. And I could turn it in for some artifacts. And we do have a good amount of Horde generation. So... kinda staying at max is kind of a waste. Devilish Deals, not with Prismatic Dragon Scale, no. We don't really do Pyre very much, so I don't think it's either of the other two either. I mean, currently we have only Lava Armor applying Pyre, so no. I mean, if I want another Greed Dragon, I will just dupe it. Kinda do want another Greed Dragon. But I can't just dupe it. Extra Ember? Probably? No, extra capacity. We have the extra Ember as soon as we have our Votivary. I think it's extra capacity. Oh, that's a lot of loot though! I think we can be fine for a bit without our Greed Dragon. I think this is probably the last time I'm gonna loot this, but I will still loot it here. After using an ability? No. Whelps apply... well, we do have some whelps. No, it's Medallion of Superiority. That's a good amount of stats. I like Ember Charge. It's pretty good. I also like the artwork for it. Sharpened Teeth is not the worst. Oh! We get lots of value. I think Guild Marker is better than Golden Idol. Not that Golden Idol is bad, but I think Guild Marker is even better than that. Especially if we generate a lot of gold elsewhere, like with our whelps. And then, yeah, I'm gonna grab some trinkets. Let's also see what we get here. Do we care about reforming the units even bigger? Kinda do, yes. That probably pays out. I don't like combustible Vex as much. I want my burnout units to die. Like, that's the whole point of them having burnout. I will get the extra deployment damper. It's usually worthwhile. Extra upgrade slots for units. Room cards propagating across the floor. What are the room cards? Room cards we have access to. I don't think the old clans get any equipment or room cards. Although, maybe at like higher levels. Maybe they included a few for each of them. But Pyreborn. What are your room cards? Honestly, don't care enough. When any unit dies, their pyre gel is spread among enemy units. Again, we're not doing much pyre gel stuff, although maybe we should have. We should have started doing that. Let's look at this. Oh, Jimbo! Jimbo the Joker! We can get per KO. At the start of battle, gain a calcified ember that converts to an excavated ember after not playing it once. I don't think that's gonna be good for us. Yorick, when a card with Consume is played, gain 25 gold. Alchemy consumes. Maybe we get some more consume cards later. I think it's better than Gros Michel. I know I have lava armor. I still don't think Gel Transfuser is good enough. I don't think it works great with lava armor. Does a little bit of something, but it doesn't do enough. I'll keep my money instead. Maybe we keep the Greed Dragon in hand and set it up later, but it does have the Titanite, so it's a good defensive unit. You go on the bottom floor. I think actually you go on the top. Rector Flicker on the top. Rector Flicker kinda wants to be on the bottom. The not number, it basically transfers it all. What do you mean? It always transfers it all. The unit dies and then every other unit, every other enemy gains that amount of Pyre Gel. It's not split between enemies. It's spread to them. Right? Wait. We are in Pyreborn. Is spread among enemy units, not split. It works the same as the world-ending strain. No, the decay one is also the full amount. If a unit dies to decay, every other unit on the same floor will get the full amount of decay. We do have the extra enemy spawn in at the start. Which is reason enough for me to set the Barons on a higher floor. Probably even the top floor. Yes, the top floor. Together with Guildmonger. And I have Greed Dragon, Rector Flicker and the other Guildmonger on the second floor. We are gonna take some annoying Scorchers. Not much I can do about that. I mean, I could set up lower, but you're gonna burn out anyway, so you might as well not be in the front, so we can kill all of those. You will grab all the decay from these. That's great. And then lava armor goes on the dragon. Okay, we got all that corruption out of the way. Multivery goes here. Get that stuff out of our deck. Yeah, it's only 2. It's gonna grow. We're gonna use you basically on cooldown, except maybe for the very last turn. I guess I do want to trigger the lava armor, so Molten Encasement can go here. Oh, that's unfortunate. We can't get there. Draft burns out immediately, so it can go in the back. Votivery in the front. Let's play these Discordant Tolls. I really don't care much about these. We do have enough stuff to do thanks to our reforms from Rector Flicker. Nobody really wants the Whiplash right now. Might as well throw it on you, just in case that matters at some point. I don't care too much about letting the Holder escape. Oh, we did not get our draft back. That's a shame. You're gonna burn out anyways. So if we had 50 more damage here. You do have 11 attack, so... if we have 50 more damage here, that would also be 50, 88, 165... Wait. 88, 175. That's gonna be enough, yeah. That will handle the top floor. But I will lose some harvest triggers from units dying. Can I do it with the Votiveries? I can just put both Votiveries in the back. That will do it. What if I put this Votivery in the front? Is that gonna do it? Not quite. Yeah, this one still survives. 55, 130, 140... Yeah, we're not getting there, we just... guess we have to put the Votivery in the back then. I don't like that one being in the back. I would prefer it weren't, but... I do think that's where it belongs. 2 waves remaining, we can activate the whelp again. We can give the Votivary on the top burnout. And we finally have our draft back. Top floor is perfect, nothing needs to be done there. I think I do throw a Whiplash on the Votivary. Let's farm some more Dragon's Heart. We don't need any more actually. And let's get rid of all these discordant tolls. They do seem annoying, but they don't actually matter much for me. So... we can push for a bit more extra damage here on this bottom floor. And I guess we should. I could have waited with that, well, we would have gotten one more Dragon's Heart there. So I missed 5 coins. What a shame. Let's play out these. So we get our full Dragon's Heart. Basically I just want to get as many hits in as possible. I could have played Alchemy before clicking this button. I missed another 10 coins. I mean, we have basically already won, so... Just farming some more money off of the avarice we have on all of our units. There we go. Crushing Demise, I like it. Sacred Wicks, I don't think I care about it. Resin removal, we are facing Savagery, that gets rid of melee weakness, yes please. Sacrificial Chamber, I don't think we need that. I think we're gonna have enough money. Firebomb, Brain Spike, and I think I actually decided to break my heart a couple more times. Because we can just generate a new one every time. I will probably keep it for Seraph. When you equip a friendly unit, apply Conduit. We don't care about Conduit, we don't care about spell damage. So yeah, let's give our whelp some extra damage. When an enemy unit ascends, they gain Pyre Gel. That's some way to put some Pyre Gel on. Oh, Resin Block, I love Resin Block. There's also Split Anvil, which I very much love as well, but it's pretty bad in this deck. We could use it with Alchemy, but Cleansing Water, that helps against Reanimate and stuff. It's not bad. But I'll get Resin Block. Let's invest into more relics. Yeah. Blood Pyrogel 5 when a whelp dies at the start of the turn, fully healed champions. Sparkling Catalyst is pretty decent. Now we're getting a good amount of Pyrogel actually. Cards in reward packs and unit banners come with a random upgrade. When a card with consume is played, it doesn't need to be consumed, it's not edge. So we could get wing clippings and get more triggers out of Yorick. We just don't really have many consume cards, so I'm gonna grab Capricious Reflection. I will also grab Sparkling Catalyst. I could see Sacrificial Chris. I could start using my whelps as throw them out in front, use their ability to gain some money and then let them die, applying Pyroshell, then reform them, getting resin block. Yeah, I don't think we need Crown of the Eternal at all. We're just gonna have a bunch of blocker all the time and we're not facing... Well, we are facing sweepers. Sure, I'll grab it. I can afford it. Dragons apply Pyroshell 5 on strike, yes. Check strips, yes. Very nice with our flaming talents. And then equipped units gain armor 10. Sure. I have the money. Greed Dragon with Endless. I don't really care. Magma Cultist with damage shield 3. That I care about a little bit more because of the stuff we picked up that affects Pyroshell. It's also a dragon. It's small size. We can't set it up early, but we do have the space to put it on the board. Also, we don't really incant that often. We have very few spells. We have the 2 Whiplashes, resin removal, and the 2 alchemies. That's it. Let's move on. Enemy units gain Titan Skin 4. We can deal with that. We are facing the big Titan Skin boss at the end. Maybe I don't set up Greed Dragon immediately. Maybe it's just Guildmongers for the start. I do think I like the Wickless Barons on the top. Do want to play Alchemy actually. Don't care that much about Wicklash just yet. I'm gonna place down a Whelp here. And actually gain the money. I think I'm gonna get to use that ability one more time before it dies, so... that clears out Reanimate if we want that. I mean, these die to check strips, so... I think now is a good time to play the Greed Dragon. It's large enough. Put lava armor on it. I think Voti does go on the top line. Yeah, we do want to let these guys survive so they can go up to the next floor and trigger Harvest. That's actually quite nice. Let's do some Alchemy. I forgot about this Incant. shouldn't matter too much. And then draft goes here. Do we want to save this whelp? Let's see. 1, 11. We could save the whelp. But it just used its ability, so we don't have to... What is in our consume pile? It's just the 2 alchemies. No, I do actually want to save the whelp. Not so much that the whelp leaves, but rather that only these 2 units die. Well, this one will die, but that is after Rector Flicker already did the reform. Let's throw some stealth on the top floor, do we? Votivary doesn't want to be stealthed. And I don't want this thing to die before Rector Flicker reforms, so I guess we throw you on the bottom floor. And the Votivary dies, but it goes back on top of our deck, so it can't be reformed. So we get these 2 units for certain. But yeah, with the check strips and the reform units, we are getting a good amount of harvest triggers on the top floor. And everyone's gonna be weakened fairly effectively. I do have the 2 Whiplashes in hand, and I am gonna draw into a new deck pretty much immediately, so... It's time to play the draft. At the very back, please. Please let me play it at the very back. Thank you. This one has burnout 1. Might as well keep this whelp alive for even 1 more turn. We've got stuff to reform after all. Especially counting this Guildmonger as well. I don't really want to clear the Ammo Drain doesn't matter. I don't really want to clear the Reanimate. Yeah, we don't have to play Resin Removal. Yeah, I think we had a bit of a rough start, but I think we're in a good spot now. Obviously, we are not like ready to face 2 giant frontliners just yet. Like, we can face a big and a medium-sized frontliner, but not like 2 huge, monstrous, giant frontliners. That's a bit too much right now. I mean the 500 health guys that spawn in the Zera fight. Those we are not quite ready to deal with just yet. Some damage on this Ravenous Zealot would be nice, but it's actually not necessary at all. Let's make some money. Now this whelp, I think... Yeah, now this whelp can die. Yeah. Do we want both whelps to die? No, actually. I think I'm just gonna keep this one here. We don't have that many reforms. We didn't get the whelp, that's fine. Titan Skin is not actually a buff, so we can't resin removal it. That works. Might as well block a hit here. And then keep that draft going. Do we have a space on the top floor? We do indeed. So I can place down the whelp and actually... Wait, whiplashing it doesn't matter. This is the last money we're gonna get from these whelps. I should have put the whelp on this floor, but I think we're gonna be fine. Yeah. We're getting lots of avarice money because this enemy is very tanky. But the Titan skin is going down while the Pyre Gel is going up, so our damage ramps quite a bit. Subsuming Blade with holdover isn't bad. I have been lacking a good way to kill backliners. Memories of the Melted with Permafrost would set up for a giant X cost spell if we had a good one. I do like Wicked Blaze in general, just reforming a unit targeted and applying a +10. Honestly, I think Wicked Blaze is just the strongest option here. Pay off, restore 2 Pyre health for each Dragon Sword. And an extra 2, thanks to the gem. Don't really care. And yeah, I think just breaking this is good. Let's do Hellfire Bellows next. And Shale Shell actually enables our whelps to give everyone a bit of armor. That's good. Summoning a whelp reduces cooldown of friendly units by 1? I don't think I need Odie's Totem. The Pyre... The Ember matters most when setting up. Yeah, I kinda like Attuned Manacles. Ancient Pyre Tap. We have enough Ember, really. Generally. Penances being completed. We get rid of the burnout. Of the Ember Drain. I don't care, but just in case something goes wrong, I'd rather not have the burnout. We could get an equipment and a dupe, but I think it's time to do some Merchant of Magic stuff. I do want cost reduction on this Wicked Blaze, but I don't wanna consume it. I don't wanna consume the alchemies either. I will grab Spell Chain on one of the Whiplashes. I could put Consume on the Wicked Blaze, but it doesn't really make sense. I could put a Consume removal and then Consume on the Alchemy. Makes it easier to play. I don't really care that it no longer has Consume. I wouldn't mind if it had Consume. I just wanted to do cost reduction mostly. And that was the only way to get it. I'm gonna grab Holdover Resin Removal. And then because I'm holding that over, am I gonna cost remove it as well? I'm not gonna be playing it that often. It's mostly just for the Seraph fight. It's just that I have it at the right time. And if I want to have it at the right time, this is the easiest way to accomplish that. And I guess I can pay 2 for Wicked Blaze. This is more efficient. We don't really have a target for that. Do I want to remove anything? I'm kind of really happy with this deck. The second Votivary is kind of unnecessary. Other than that, I think I'm fine leaving the deck as is. Card removals become a lot less important with Dominion. 50 health and spikes. But that's actually gonna be annoying. That's actually gonna be quite annoying. How do we deal with that? The enemies won't be reanimating, so we wanna have Wickless Barons on the second floor this time around. Flicker can be in the top. Guildmonger on the bottom, and both on the bottom? No, I think we can have one of them in front of the Barons. I think that works. Let's protect Flicker. Yeah, you're gonna gain spikes. Not too keen on that. I could throw a lava armor on the Wickless Baron and use that as my frontliner for a bit. Actually, how much Pyre Shell do you take? We have +6, 2, that's 8, and then I think we have the +1. So you're gonna take 9 Pyre Shell and then 12 damage? Don't think I play... well, I kind of want to play Alchemy. Do I delay the lava armor then? Also doesn't sound right. I'm gonna grab the Alchemy. I want my Pyre Dragon, my Greed Dragon set up as soon as possible. We're getting a bunch of harvests already, that's good. But this frontliner is tanky. Well, Spike 6, so the draft would die on the second strike. We do want the draft to die before the Wickless Barons attack. And that clears out this whole floor. Let's do some alchemy. We don't have a dead unit yet, unfortunately. It's the downside of setting Reactor Flicker up there. I mean, we don't have room on this floor yet, so I guess the Votivary goes on the bottom floor. I guess we don't actually want to protect the Guildmonger, do we? I mean, the Guildmonger is not gonna die no matter what I do. But yeah, I do not wanna protect the Guildmonger. Votivary in the back. You in second position. Throw out the alchemy. Do we want... how many units are dying? 2 units that we can reform are dying. We're not gonna reform any of them next turn. So we're not gonna need to reform whelps anytime soon. My Pyre is already at full health, so no reason to play that just for the Pyre health or anything like that. Because, yeah, my Pyre doesn't need health. Need more health. Let's get rid of these discordant tolls. We could just purge the spikes now, but what if the spikes are actually useful? We have 2 units to reform, we will have 3 with this one. Actually, I don't want that one to burn out just yet. I want to get exactly these 2 units back. And then Votivary can die here. So can Wealthy Whelp. Yeah, it will die to the spikes. And then this is what we reform next turn, these 2. Whiplash, just for the damage, is going on... the Moneymaker, the Wealthy Whelp. You will survive, so I'm Oh, it adds 2 discordant tolls. It's a bit annoying. Basically means we'll draw both of them next turn. I don't want to clear the spikes, I don't think. Yeah, there is nothing to be gained from clearing the spikes. I will keep the resin removal in hand. Maybe I want to clear some spikes off of Kale at a later point. Bunch of harvest triggers, just like that. Do we have 2 units to reform? We do. These are decent reform targets. I want to set up the Greed Dragon next on this floor. If we put the draft at the very front, it will die to spikes. Oh, it will die to spikes no matter what, because you have 12 spikes now. Can we put draft on the top? And have it die there? It's not guaranteed that we get to reform it though. We could just risk it. Reforming it in 2 turns time is still fine. Another one of these chosen supplicants. Not a fan of these units. We don't really need the spikes on this floor, so we could get rid of it. We also get rid of corruption on the Baron, which actually matters a bit. We did get the draft back. Let's alchemy it up so that our whelps can have some fun. I think it's time to settle the draft down. Keep it where it's going to be for the rest of the fight. And then this wealthy whelp will die, so we have a chance to reform it. We might not, we might get a guildmonger, that's also fine. Oh, I'm gonna take pyre damage. Taking 1 pyre damage is fine, I can heal that back up and it will be as if we never took pyre damage at all. That's how it used to work, at least. Oh, this... No. I thought this was the burnout Voltiberry, but we still have it in hand. Okay, never mind then. Although it would be interesting to find out how it works. In Monster Train 2. Assume it's still the same. Monster Train just generally goes for any unclear interaction is usually just gonna be in the player's favor. It's not 100% consistent with that, but it's very close. Very close to 100% consistent. These are gonna burn out anyway, so let's get some stealth on them. Voltiberry can go. Well, we have spikes, it's fine. It should have been not there, of course, but yeah. Let's get a whelp back, so we can make more money. The whelp actually lives. Didn't really want that, but okay. Yeah, that's fine. That whelp can live. I don't care. I care a little bit. I'm missing out on some money. Doesn't super matter because it's not gonna be a relevant amount of money at all, but I don't need to play alchemy anymore. But on with alchemy. The reason this whelp should die to combat? No, not really. Let's clear off not so much the spikes, but the corruption. Do I have a whelp to reform? I do indeed. Let's do that then. Any spikes I need to really clear off? I mean, might as well get rid of yours. And then we should have an easy victory against Kale on this floor. And indeed we do. But first, let's make some money. Yeah, just any deck that has the ability of generating like 10 Dragon Sword in a turn consistently while keeping up with the enemies is gonna do well. A Health Furnace I kinda care about now. Wax and Spike is also pretty cool, especially with that upgrade. It can restore a bunch of bio health, but I don't care enough. I'm gonna grab a Health Furnace. I want the extra draw now, so that we draw into our Ember generation quicker. I don't damage my own units. Let's get Fyra's Breath. I mean, I don't care about Conduit, I don't damage my own units, I don't have damage spells, neither of this matters to me, so... Are there any minor artifacts left that I do care about? So not Celestial Cove, yeah, Dragon Sword artifacts. No, I have all the ones that I care about, so yeah, we can safely skip. Apply Endless to the first friendly unit played each turn. I don't care. I don't care about the Vola's tuning fork either. Do I care about Sketches of Salvation? I don't want that actually. I mean, Votive Key can be good. But I want to reform my units. I don't want to have... don't want them to have Endless, so... No. We skip. Like we do now have a room upgrade we care about, so maybe going to the left isn't bad. Spell upgrades don't super matter to us. Yeah, maybe we can find a good equipment. Cursed Dragon Staff. That matters. Boiler Room is also pretty good. That's just even more energy. Even more Ember. Do I need more Ember? Do I want Cursed Dragon Staff? Like, it's a decent equipment. It's mostly because our enemies have a bunch of Pyre Gel, so this actually adds quite a bit of damage. I'll grab it. I could fuse it to the lava armor and then just put that on the floor. Or rather, put that... No, I think the deployable goes on the Health Furnace. I will do a reroll. I don't think I want Boiler Room or Bloodthirsty Blade. I don't think I care enough about either of them. Meat Shield and Equalizing Rings. Equalizing Rings could be fused to Lava Armor, and then I could throw that on like a Greed Dragon, or maybe no, that's about it, huh? It doesn't really do that much. I guess I'd rather fuse a Meat Shield to the... I'd rather fuse a Meat Shield to the Lava Armor. Wait, I never won with Lava Armor? Huh. I could have sworn I have. Ah, I never won with Lava Armor because I always fused it to something else. At least I'm not sure if that counts as winning with it. Sacrificial Chamber, no. No. Or maybe I just won in Dimensional Challenge, that could be it. Harvest on Rector Flicker, I mean... Honestly, just give me the extra 20/20 stats. And the faster attack growth for our draft also matters a little bit. Fight Club isn't bad. Fight Club definitely is not bad. That doesn't mean I'm gonna take it, but it isn't bad. Tenet and Prayer Stone, so we get a bunch of spikes on all the floors. Should be completely fine. This is also not this is also not a fight where we do I put you on this floor, or do I move up? It's gonna take you a while to die up here. Mostly you would be getting in camp, but I need other units to die up here. Not incant, you would be getting a Whiplash. I do not yet have my infinite energy. Let's see. We don't have money yet. I mean, wait, we can. We are silenced on the bottom floor. This Deafening Herald actually bothers me. Silence is an issue. It will just die when it comes to this floor, like everything else on this floor. The entire enemy army will just die when they ascend, so I'm not super worried. Smack a Whiplash on you. What do we do with this whelp? Just place it here, gain a little bit of money, and gain a harvest trigger off of it. And some armor, I suppose. Oh no, we didn't gain the Dragon's Sword. Because we were silenced. My unit was silenced when it died. We need to be careful about the silence interactions. I think we keep using our whelps that way. Same with Votivaries, to be honest. Greed Dragon, I think we can leave you in the deck for one more cycle. Don't think I actually care about the Whiplash. I mean, I can... Nope, that's the wrong one. That one survives now. That one doesn't want extra. Like if anything, I think putting it on the whelp is the best. I love the rewind turn feature. It's such a simple thing, but so impactful. And I also love how this battle just basically folds to the check stripes. If we put you in the front, that's the both of you will take down the prayer stone, and then I can put a whelp in the back, who will afterwards burn out. Let's do Votivari. Only have 5 Ember this turn. I do want to play the Vengeful Shard. Kinda want to play the Alchemy. The equipment can wait. Guildmonger has Burnout 1, so that's extra Harvest triggers. If that stuff on the bottom was in any way a problem, I could get rid of it with resin removal. Fun fact, it's not. What do we have to reform? Couple Guildmongers, a Whelp, Molten Encasement. This guy. This guy's a bit of a problem. I don't mind this draft dying one more time, so I'm gonna put it in the front. I will pump the attack of that one, and do not play the Whelp on the bottom, it will not be able to use its ability. Let's reform a Wealthy Whelp. We can put that one on this floor. And then I guess the other one goes on the top so that it can use the ability. Oops, should have played Alchemy first. Why didn't I play the Greed Dragon yet? Should have gone on this floor. Do I want to put it on the top? Kinda do not. I guess we don't need the Greed Dragon just yet. Draft won't be ready for the next Gladiator. But yeah, we really don't need the Greed Dragon just yet. Votivari won't draw a card on the bottom floor, so I'll place them on the top. I forgot which boss we were facing, but most of the bosses here are pretty vulnerable to resin removal. Okay, it's time to finally place down the Greed Dragon. I think we do the final alchemy to get to 10 and then slap down the Greed Dragon. We have room for the Votivari as well, which does matter. And then we Whiplash you a bunch and the Greed Dragon gets the merged equipment. These two don't really matter anymore. We have other stuff to reform. We have a Whelp and a Molten Encasement. I guess I put you down here. And you can cycle through the deck. I want to get my Whelps back so I can make more money. Not that I super need more money at all. But money is core as well, so... is it finally time to equip the dragon staff? It basically doesn't do much, but I guess so. does not take any pile damage. Whelp can't use their ability on the bottom. You can't kill the Whelp, so Whelp goes on top. Do we have another Whelp? We do. We also have the draft that we really care about. So let's fish for that draft. It's technically not necessary to play the draft right away, but I will. Sure, we can have stealth on the top floor. Nothing wrong with that. I can play the Whelp on the bottom. You do gain Rage 8, Regen 20 and Spell Shield 2. You will gain that, but that doesn't mean you get to keep it. Like, I don't even wanna kill anything on the bottom floor. Do we have stuff to reform? The Whelp and the Molten Encasement. I mean, fine, I will play you. Continuously reforming these Whelps. There's also quite a bit of extra money. Okay, you're a pretty tough guy. Not tough enough to beat that. But what about if we removed all your buffs? Actually, I don't want that, because that will make the fight go shorter, and if the fight doesn't go as long, I can't make as much money off of that fight. Do we have room for one more Whelp? We do, so we reform another Whelp and make even more money. And also with all that reform, I just said I don't want the fight to go quicker. Because of avarice triggers. I think we can just pretty much buy anything we want on that final floor anyways. So it doesn't super matter how much money we have, but... Subsuming Blade, Wicker Blaze, Resin Removal with Holdover. We already have exactly that. I don't need another one. I don't care about the consuming Subsuming Blade. Soldier of Fortune with double stack. I do very much care about that. Gimme. Gimme? Yeah, I want that. Yeah, we do that. We still don't care about any of those. So we're gonna skip both of these. Oh, lost luggage. Exploding candle isn't bad, but we really don't need that. Lost luggage on the other hand? Yes. Give me a full hand. That means I will get to my Votivary much quicker. We have some upgrades to make. I want draft to be quick. Don't need another Titanite, I don't think. Greed Dragon can have some extra health. That's also gonna be attack when we slap... No, actually, I didn't buy the rings. I bought the... restore the meat shield. We really don't need that. But I might as well get it. I have enough money. Draft. If I were to get another multi-strike, I would actually put it on Wickless Baron and not on the draft, so that's fine. Did I already fill up my Greed Dragon? I did. I mean, I'm still gonna smidge and large one of the barons. Saving 1 capacity and gaining a bunch of stats. Burnout 1 on the Votivary is good. And then Avarice I really don't care, but it's also a +3/+3 buff thanks to the one thingy I have, so we put that on. One of the barons. Increase max dragon's hold by 3. It's a bit late, but I do have a greed dragon. Yes. Wanderer's Talisman, I don't really do that. Friendly units gain stealth on summon and slay. +3 per stack of stealth. That is actually a little bit annoying. I don't want that. Friendly units gain rage whenever they lose a stack of burnout. Yes. Lights and Scorches cost 0. Yes. After using an ability, friendly units gain +5 damage. Yes. And I'm gonna do my draft or my Votivary. Actually, I could remove the other Votivary. I could remove the other Votivary. No, it's still good. It's not as good as the buffed one, of course, but... a second draft is gonna be helpful. How do I deal with Titans? I think I will be just fine with the Titans. Like, reforming is a very good strategy against the Titans. The only issue is that I can't really do much against the top floor guy, Dominion. I can't do anything. I can't zap them, I can't daze them. I can't copy my spell to activate my Pyre. So it's basically just keeping Pyre health high. And we do have the Whiplash that can heal some Pyre health as well. Does it matter what I dupe? Yeah, I want another draft. Draft is a key unit for my deck. Let's face the Champion of Savagery. I think we're gonna be okay. Let's see. This one does not have reanimating unit, it does have sweepers. And it does have the annoying, if your floor is empty, deal damage to your Pyre units. For the start, we can prevent that by placing Guildmongers on the bottom floor. You are our tank. You're the backliner. They won't last long. I'll tell you that much. Let's see, do we already have our Votivary? I don't see it. Let's see what Soldier of Fortune grabs for us. Is there a reason I should... I mean, might as well play out these Vengeful Shards first. Whelp. We have a very greedy Whelp now. I guess we want to keep that Whelp alive. So we do want draft on the top floor. So we can take the Seraph hit. I do want these guys to die, that's fine. I don't want my barons to be vulnerable. The ability doesn't do anything yet. I do grab the alchemy. So now I can grab some money. The ability, honestly, is just a big armor and health boost. We don't care about the money anymore. We can't spend our money at this point. Let's get you some stealth, then I don't even need to remove the melee weakness. And then we keep the dragon in our deck until we have a bit more Dragon's Hold. Nothing for you to see here, my friend. Unfortunately, we still don't have our Votivary. I want to do some draft stuff here, but we do have the sweeper guy. So that's not going to be super easy. I think what we do is we give you the Cursed Dragon stuff. And then if we play a couple spells, like Whiplash, it's gonna help. Oh, actually, my drafts are quick, so I can just place them down. They will do a bunch of damage and then disappear. It's gonna be hard keeping anything on this bottom floor alive, so I don't take damage to the Terrifying Amalgam. Do I have any way to accomplish that? I can put a draft and a Votivary. If I rewind, I could also play a Wealthy Well, but like, it's all just gonna feed into this Chosen Zealot, and these Ragewing Assassins will also not really care about that. I guess I'll just have to heal my Pyre as best I can. I could reduce the damage this guy is doing, but there is not really much of a point. This draft still has Burnout once. I want to reform that immediately, so we put it on the top. Then we cast 2 spells here, dealing a little bit of extra damage. And then this one is just for more harvest triggers. Yeah, that hurts, but I'm gonna be fine. I do have Pyre Healing, and eventually I will be able to solve that problem with the power of stealth. Or with the power of Greed Dragon, perhaps. No, I think Greed Dragon goes here. I don't have to worry about sweeps on Death Lore. At least not as much. And not having to worry about sweeps is nice. Top floor, we definitely need to intervene, otherwise Rector Flicker is gonna die, and we can't have that. The easiest way would be to just play resin removal there. I could also see playing resin removal here, and just blocking a hit with the Votivary. I think I do want the stealth on the bottom floor. I'll get that for my Whelp, so that Whelp is just gonna stay stealthed on the bottom floor and prevent all these Terrifying Amalgams from acting. Next up, we Wicked Blaze. We Wicked Blaze back a draft, and this gives us the damage to deal with that floor. Not immediately, mind, but this one is the burnout one. Wait, they're both burnout ones at this point. I do like to take out this Terrifying Amalgam. I still need to do something on the top floor. Probably draft. And because that also means the draft is gonna die and is immediately available for reform at the resolve. I do need a bit more damage here, so I think we Clash you twice. And then this Votivary will burn out, so we can put it a little further back. And I still have this resin removal. I should start using these. Let's get rid of all the melee weakness on that middle floor. That actually kept the draft alive. I didn't actually want that, but it's fine. That draft will die pretty soon. You can find the Whelp. Oh. Poor enemies. Can't find my whelp. Let's build up some hold. It's time to finally play out the alchemy. They might not be able to find the whelp, but they are definitely allowed to find and kill the skillmongers. Okay, another Votivary here, which protects the draft. Fine, I might as well keep the draft here. I have another one I can keep reforming. And this guy is definitely gonna kill off the draft, so... let's put a Molten Encasement down. Eventually the frontliners won't be able to kill the Molten Encasement. Wait, are you... You're Titan Skin. Okay, I was like, are you Silence? No. There are no silencers in this fight. This is fine. It is fine, but I do want to kill off this draft, so might as well. What if I cleared the rage from you? Would you still be able to kill the draft? Yes. Yes, you would. That saves me some damage on my backliners. Do I still have space on that floor? I do not. Let's use this on the top floor to prevent some damage. And then we start Wicklashing our drafts. Wait, if I play another Wicklash here, this guy's gonna die and my drafts won't die. I guess instead we Wicklash the Votivary here. Why not? Two more Wicked Blazers and our Pyre is back to full health. It's so funny that the enemies just are trying to deal fire damage to me, but they can't find this whelp, so they spend all their time searching for the whelp instead of actually doing damage. I don't have drafts, that's a problem. I mean, it's not a problem we can solve, but it would be a problem if we couldn't solve it. I guess it's time for the draft to take their position in the back. We can still burn some Votivaries here. Let's go up to the 13. Up to the 13 in... I don't actually want to purge the melee weakness from you. Nor from you. I guess we leave everything as is. 13 hold. Accomplished. So we can get an extra boss relic after this fight. If we're even allowed to plunder our horde before the Titans. I'm not sure that's actually allowed. We do not currently hold Molten Encasement, so let's grab one. With all the rage here, these frontliners have more than enough power to trigger it. Let's finally get rid of the melee weakness up here. And we can set up the second draft here. You're already gonna die. And then let's spread the burnout. between you two. This thing is just a 123 attack unit by now, for no good reason at all. Well, the reason being constantly getting reformed by Rector Flicker. And like, the same thing you can do with drafts, and that works even better, and they're smaller, so we can prevent taking pyre damage to these, because the floor is always going to be empty after the fight with Seraph unless Seraph dies, but we can't kill Seraph here. It's just not a thing we can do right now. I don't want to lose the drafts yet, so let's purge the debuffs. Actually, let's just kill that sweeper. It's something we can do very easily by just casting a bunch of spells. That is an option. Might as well populate this bottom floor. It's not gonna do anything, but yeah, we're gonna take 10 pyre damage here, unfortunately. Nothing we can do about that. I hate that Seraph comes with 2 of these guys in his guard. Wow. Oh, there is a sweeper here. Oh. I wonder for how much longer. I mean, technically we should just not do that and we would gain more money, but money doesn't have any value anymore. So let's just be mean to Seraph and grossly overkill him. Remove his rage too. Let's go all in. Might as well overkill him real big. Also, that's 2 pyre health. I don't think it matters against a Titan. This deck is pretty busted. This deck is very strong, so I don't think we have any issues. Yeah, let's grab some more major boss artifacts. Gold has no value to me, so but I do not have any damage spells, so yeah. These are literally useless. Completely useless to us. This one is not though. Give me more draw. And it also is more pyre health and more pyre damage, which helps against Dominion. So yeah, this should be an easy Titan fight. Similar issue as in this fight, we will need to have something on every floor so that Savagery doesn't just rack up pyre, but as we have seen, that's not that hard to accomplish. I think our normal setup will do just fine. The Titan Knight one in the front. And there are sweepers in this fight, but there are very few. So this is generally, oftentimes, well, like for many decks, this is actually easier. I could just slam the equipment onto Wickless Baron. Let me think. What do I need to do here? We will need some sort of defense for Flicker. There could as well be a draft for this turn. It should be a draft for this turn. Actually it should not be a draft for this turn because I want to reform something. I think the thing I want to reform is a Wealthy Whelp. And Dominion, by the way, here. It's up here, Pyre bound. Wait, Pyre bound? It says Pyre bound. And then we have the Stygian Guard spells that say Pyre bound. Both of those are keywords. They do very different things, but both have to do with the Pyre floor, so not entirely, completely different, but still. I find this kind of funny. We already have our infinite Votivary. Do we care about preventing damage down here? No, we do want to gain that, we do want to gain that extra... Wait, I should have used those for a harvest trigger and actually to protect this Wickless Baron. It doesn't matter. I truly believe this does absolutely not matter whatsoever. I do want to cast the Wicklashes. And yeah, I'm gonna play that just to heal up 2 Pyre health. Yeah, these Titans are not that hard if you know what they do. If you have a little bit of Pyre health ready. I wanna kinda... Let's see what we draw. Mountain Encasement, that's not actually what I want. I will play it. Give me the Cursed Dragon Staff here. It's not gonna do a ton. Maybe I should have just played Alchemy. Well, Draft goes here, so it burns out immediately, protects Rector Flicker as well. We could put this Draft even in front, because that one dies as well. We're not gonna guarantee to get drafts back, but very likely we're getting at least one of the drafts. Let's do some alchemy. I want to play my spells on this floor if at all possible. I do want to wipe out this floor. Draft can do that. I think Draft should be up here though. Guildmonger can also do quite a bit here. It has enough health to tank all the hits and will then burn out, so we get to take down that enemy. You will add some stuff to my pool which I don't like, but after that you're gonna die. I could just remove the rage from you, not like it matters. The thing is, you will build up that rage all the time, so I want to reset it every now and again. I should also remove the corruption from you. Savagery back on the bottom floor. I think we play out all these Scourges And then we clear all the sap from this floor. Unfortunately, no draft for this turn. We don't want this floor to empty, so let's get stealth. I will block with the Votivary up here. We pile light Dominion. Dominion takes like, we're doing like 300 per turn, so like 4 more turns. Wealthy Whelp should be on this floor. And it should be the first one to die, right? Doesn't matter, it's gonna die to the sweeper no matter what. But it does apply some Pirate Shell while dying. I really like the Check Strips Pirate Shell combo. It's very nice. Does quite a bit of extra damage to the units, to the enemy units. Is it time for Greed Dragon yet? I guess so. Solidify this floor. This draft only has 19 health, so we can get it killed immediately. Get it ready to reform. There's a couple things to reform. I will actually reform one of them right now. It's gonna be the Molten Encasement. That on the bottom floor. And then I think this draft we can just... I kinda wanna spread out my drafts because I need damage on both Savagery and Entropy. So maybe I'm just gonna have one draft be here at the top. Do stuff on that floor. And Votivary can die on this floor to prevent some Savagery damage. Let's clear the Rage. Yeah, might as well. Most of this floor is instantly gonna pop. Let's finally burn. Oh, you got the Incant. An Incant is a little bit spooky, but it doesn't affect the Titan, so I don't really care. I do kind of care about the extra damage we're doing. Every spell is another 37 damage to Entropy. This is a good chance to get my drafts to do a bunch of damage against Savagery if I so want to, but honestly my priority target is Entropy. I think we install one of the drafts here for good now. And yeah, I really don't care about your Incant, so I will just... yeah, let's consume that out of the deck. Sure. We put that down. You're actually taking some damage to Corruption? You're Stealth. What are you taking damage to? Apply Corruption on Strike, but you don't strike. Oh, you're taking damage to Dominion. I can prevent that with the Votivary. Because with Dominion applies Corruption to the front unit. I always forget about that because it's so subtle. And Dominion not really being engaged in the floors much, so... it's easy to miss. Dominion is gonna die next turn. Savagery we can probably push down next turn as well. So it's mostly just damage to entropy that we care about. Meaning we're putting down more units up here that can assist us with some damage. That doesn't super matter. Let's also get rid of all the sap. I don't want to get rid of stealth. Stealth is nice. Okay, both of them are down to like 1000 health. Not sure if we can push... Well, we can push Savagery, that's good. Savagery is gone. Dominion is gone, so all we need to do is push the damage against entropy. We might be a little short on entropy. But if we just use all our tiny units with pretty crazy attack values, we might get there. Is there like some sap I can clear? Yes, 16, that's not enough. These are not doing any pyre damage. I mean, I might as well clear the 16 sap. We're like 20 damage off. I mean, we can get that. We just need to replace the Votivary with the Whelp. The main thing why I'm really considering, like, why I'm really pushing for the win here is because... Wait, actually... because next turn Savagery is gonna be up here and a wave of tank units are gonna be here, so we might not get to push... well, we can definitely push through these units, so we're gonna be alright. But like... yeah, it's just double Votivary at this point, right? That's more damage than this one. And there we go. That's the Titan's down. Our damage was well spread. We got all of them to 1 health at the same time. We only took a total of 3 damage in this entire fight, thanks to our pyre healing from the Reform the Wicked. Yeah, almost 57k points. That's not bad. Mortal Entrapment. The tune. Deal 25 damage and apply Dazed to an already damaged unit. Yes, the classic. Very good boss killer. The Dazed does quite a bit. Encased Ember. Gain 5 Ember when a Tomb unit dies. That is so much Ember. And Little Fade. The alternate champion. I love Little Fade. Big Sludge, Harvest Gain Rage 5. Big Sludge is always a fun time. And then 2 units get plus 30 health and burnout 1. I don't really like Melting Spout, but it certainly has its place. 8 cards mastered. Among them Cursed Dragon stuff, Wicked Blaze, and... oh yeah, Wicked Blaze was the one, not the Reform the Wicked. And Wealthy Whelp. Nice! Hi LG, welcome! Thank you for the clap. Yeah, that was a good run.